Hello guys, my name is Vishal. In this video, let's try to understand this halftone effect in Illustrator. Halftone effect is used by the designers these days to create that retro effect of printing. Generally, if you see the magazines and comics in 80s and 90s, the print, if you go a closer look, it's made up of dots. Okay, so the thicker the color, the bigger the size the dot would be. And as you know, the printing is done by four different channels: cyan, magenta, yellow and black. So the four plates has to be printed and they should be well aligned to get the perfect print. But there would be slight offset in these plates and you get that slight aberration effect in that prints. And that effect today has become something more part of designing, so people often use this effect a lot. So I thought to explain you the halftone effect in the true sense, and then see how you can apply this in your future effects. So I've got a series of gray patches here which I've created. Okay, I've reduced by 25 numbers in the, let's say if you see the color, it's 255 less value 225, then it's 200, then it's 175 and so on. So I've got different gray values here and I'm going to apply this effect called color halftone. Okay, so here this halftone effect what you're seeing has got few options, and then what that options actually does is what we need to understand. Okay, so we have the maximum radius which is 127 pixels. Let's say if I take higher value of 500, and then when I apply it, it will say the maximum number you can take is 127, and 4 is the least number you can take. So I'm going to take 127 as the highest. Now what that actually does is it gives me the effect of dot matrix printing. And it's not dot matrix precisely, it's because in dot matrix all dots will be of same size, but here they are the density of the dots place. But in this you see the darker colors will have a bigger circle and lighter colors will have a smaller circle. Okay, let's have this maximum radius and we'll try to understand channel 1, 2, 3 and 4 later. Let me see what is going to happen on this result. I should be able to see the darker color stays dark and slightly the circle is start visible as it's slightly becoming less darker. Gradually as it is becoming more gray and then white, you should see the circle size becoming more predominantly small. Okay, now that is what generally this halftone is doing. It's trying to fake that gray value by giving a mix of dots and black dots and white paper. Let me see what happens if I take a different radius. Let's put a radius of 25, and then when I apply it, this time you should be able to see the sizes of these dots are very small, and from far if you just half close your eyes, then you should be able to see the gray start visible to you. That's the idea of creating colors in printing those days. So let's try to understand what exactly this channel 1 screen angle degrees channel 1 does. So here it's very simple. Channel 1, 2, 3, 4 in a sequence: cyan, magenta, yellow and black. Cyan color is basically, let's say if I put a value of 10 pixels here. Okay, what happens is the all dots when fall in the same place you get the black color, but a dot slightly shifting off from its place generally gives you that visibility of cyan color. I'll just apply and then show you clearly. I should be able to see the cyan pixel is offset from the main circle from there 10 pixels, okay, or 10 degrees for the plate, I don't know, because that was angle, so that's offset there. Okay, let me try. I'll just apply this for this particular circle only, or rectangle only. Okay, let's put a value of 2 or maybe 1, which is very less. Okay, you should able to see that slight shift of cyan is happening. Now you might be wondering, what is this red color then? Red color is basically, if I ignore cyan, okay, only add magenta of 100 and yellow 100, then that is the red color. Okay, so yellow and magenta are intact, but cyan plate is shifting. Okay, that's the effect. Now if I try exploring the others, okay, let me try magenta. Okay, effect, pixelate, halftone, magenta, and then you should able to see the magenta shift. Now you might be seeing the green color. Why is that? Magenta 0, cyan 100, yellow 100, and that's the color what you're getting here on the bottom. Okay, so what if I take equal numbers? Let's put a value of 1 1 1. Okay, all are shifted 1 1 points away, even black also 1, and then apply. Okay, you should see there is no shift of the points because all shifted to the same place. Let's try without the black channel and see. No effect. Okay, so all numbers equal is no sense at all. Okay, just you need to understand how much shift of any particular channel you want to do, so that you get that nice aberration effect on the print. So maybe if you're taking a higher value, the cyan may go away 25 points, pixels or angles, I don't know, it goes away that much distance, and you're able to see this shift happening for all of them, and there's a clear separation. Now people often, I've seen using this in creating some nice backgrounds. So what they basically do is, let's say I'm taking a ellipse, okay, and use a gradient here. I'm using a black and white gradient, and then center gradient, edit gradient, maybe I select the gradient window, and then reverse it. Okay, so you know what is going to happen now. So go to the effect, color, halftone, and I told you don't shift the color channels, and radius of 127, I'll just put it to 100, and then say okay. So the black will have bigger radius, and the gray will become small radius because the gray value is reducing there. Okay, that's how you can create a halftone effect. This is not in the paths, so in that case you can always go to expand appearance, and then you should able to see it's not really showing up in the path. So in that case I have another method to try. Let me go halftone, effect, object, image trace, first expand appearance, and then go to the image trace and make image trace. Okay, object, okay. Now if you could able to see, after image trace I have to expand it, and it's expanded. Then ungroup it, and then you should able to see the clear dots there in paths. Don't forget to apply compound path, okay. And the reason to make it compound path is one thing you need to really check while you're doing this is draw a gray color or something like that, and send to back, because you should able to see there are some few white points. So if there are too many white points, selecting them one by one could be a tough job. So what you have to do is you need to select that same fill color and then delete it, and that should be fine. Once that is done, select all that paths and then try applying the gradient, and you should able to see the gradiency is happening individually. So select all of them, go to object and make a compound path, okay. Once that is done, let's see if this is giving me a solid gradient. Yeah, it's giving that. And you can always try exploring the gradiency. So I'm using the center gradient there, and then if you want to edit them, you can edit as per your choice. And you could see that kind of effect coming on your background. So this is one sort of effect what you generally see commonly in the digital backgrounds. If you want to try this effect, you can just try it, okay. That's how this image trace works. Before winding up, we can have a look on how it will work when it is basically a color gradient. As I told you, still it can work. The thing is, you need to understand what happens when red is printed in the printing press. So red is made of yellow and magenta channels put together. So let me go to the effect, pixelate, okay, halftone, and make sure that you're not shifting it, and then say okay. Then you should able to see that red, yellow printed, okay. There is a black dot in the center. Again, it's trying to recreate that effect of old printing. I've seen a circular shape happens generally. So I just go to the pixelate and halftone. This time I'll just put a radius of 15 so that you should able to see that effect, okay. And if you go closer, that's the idea of this print. So that's halftone for you. Explore the halftone effect and try to create some beautiful backgrounds, and let me know if you are creating something beautiful and any ideas coming out from this effect. Thank you.